It's the 75th anniversary of VE Day, the day when the Second World War in Europe was finished. Commemorations are likely to be muted because of the continuing lockdowns, but public holidays have been declared across much of Europe, including for the first time in Berlin, as the world remembers the human toll during one of Europe's deadliest conflicts. Katy Dartford brings us some of the memories of those who survived.
75 years ago, countries around the world announced the defeat of the Nazis and the end of World War II. As the news spread, celebrations broke out from London to New York to Paris and Moscow. Unlike 1945, this year there will be no mass street parties. Instead, those who remember World War II have been sharing their memories whilst in lockdown. Ken Hay had been fighting in Normandy when he was captured and taken to Poland. He was rescued days before the end of the war and reunited with his brother.
When I heard footsteps, I turned round and there was my brother running down the road to get home, and he'd spotted us up in front. We just threw our arms around each other. The last time I'd seen him was out in a field in Normandy, when I got captured and he got back. I didn't know he'd got back. He was always my hero. So I think we cried.
Mervyn Kirsch had been ordered to return to England for deployment in Japan after liberating the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. By the time he got to London, the party was over.
I was on the train which was boarded up for 30 hours, sleeping most of the time, because there was very little light and nothing to do. And I got out of Bruges and there was excitement that the war was over the day before. And I knew nothing about it. I must have been the last one in Europe to know that the war was over.
In Russia and its former republics, Victory Day will be celebrated on the 9th of May. 96-year-old Valentina Efremova served as a nurse during the war, and she now lives in the Siberian city of Yakutsk. She was 17 when the Nazis attacked the Soviet Union.
At first it was really hard to get used to. After all, I was just a girl. I'd never had anything to do with medicine. Not to mention the horror of seeing mutilated men, both young and old.
The end of the war that overspread the globe came after 5 years, 8 months and 6 days. An estimated 70 to 85 million people perished, making it the bloodiest and costliest war in human history. Katy Dartford for Euronews.